Hey boys and girls, to start off Fundations today, we are going to do our vowel extension poster. So I'm going to say the letter and then you're going to say it back to me. All right, here we go. My turn first. A, apple. Your turn. Next one, E, ed. Next one, I, itch. Great job. O, octopus. And the last one, you, up. Marvelous work. The next thing I need you to do is I need you to get out your dry erase mat and a marker, or you can use a regular piece of paper and a marker or a pencil or a pen. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and get your materials and then join us back. All right, so what we're going to do is I am going to give you a letter and you're going to write me the uppercase and lowercase version of that letter, okay? So the first letter I want you to write is the letter S. Now remember, you're going to write the uppercase and the lowercase version of the letter S. S, snake, S. All right. You got your answer? When you have it ready, I want you to hold it up. So to make uppercase letter S, what line do we start at? We start at the skyline, don't we? So to start at the skyline, you make a small curve to the plane line, and then you curve back down all the way to the grass line. And then to make lowercase s, it's basically the same thing, except now you start at plane line instead. So you make a small curve about halfway to grass line, and then you curve it back down all the way to grass line. So I hope your letter S matches mine. Nice work. The next letter we're going to write is the letter E. E, ed, eh. So I want you to write both uppercase and lowercase on your paper. Lowercase e is a little bit trickier. Once you have it done, you can hold it up. So to write uppercase letter E, we start at the skyline and we pull all the way down to the grass line. And then we pick our pencil back up and we go to the skyline and we pull across the sky. Then we go to the plane line and we pull across the plane. And then we go to the grass and we pull across the grass. So that's uppercase E. And now lowercase e, it's a little tricky. And maybe you need to practice a little bit more on your lowercase e's. I know a lot of kindergartners at school right now need to practice lowercase e's. So lowercase e is going to start in between the plane line and the grass line. And what you're going to do is I always tell my kindergartners, you're going to hit the ball and then you go up and you round the bases. Miss Walls loves baseball. And that's how you write the lowercase letter E, okay? So I hope yours look like mine. If they don't, go ahead and fix it now. The next letter we're going to work on is the letter I. So I want you to write me both uppercase and lowercase letter I. I, itch, I. Once you have that done, I want you to hold it up. All right, to write the uppercase letter I, you're going to start at the skyline and you're going to go all the way down to the grass line. And then you're going to pick your pencil up and you're going to cross the sky. And then you're going to cross the grass. I, itch, I. Then for lowercase I, we start a plane line and we pull down the grass. And then we give a dot. I, itch, I. Great job, boys and girls. All right, we can erase I, and then we're going to move on to our next letter, which is the letter N, not N. All right, so I want you to write both uppercase and lowercase N, not N. And to write the letter N, you're going to start at the skyline, and you're going to pull down a grass line. And then you're going to pick your pencil up and go back to the sky. and you're going to do a slide down, or better known as a diagonal line, all the way to grass line. And then you're going to slide, pull all the way back up to the skyline, straight up. And yep, and then for lowercase n, we start at plane line and we pull down to grass line, and then we trace it back up to the plane line, and we're going to give it a slide down to the grass line. N, not n. Great job. The very last letter we're going to work on today is the letter P, pan, p. P, pan, p. Now, P is tricky. I should rephrase that. Lowercase p is tricky because it goes all the way to a special line. So I want to see if I can trick you guys. I want you to write me uppercase and lowercase p, and then we're going to check it. All right, so to write uppercase P, you're going to start at skyline, and you pull down to the grass line, and then you pick your pencil up and you go back to the skyline, and you give it a small curve to the plane line. So that's pretty easy. Now we're going to do lowercase p, which is a little bit more trickier. So lowercase p, it starts at the plane line, and this time it pulls all the way down to the worm line. And then you pick your pencil up and you go to plane line and you give it a small curve to grass line. Miss Wallace's writing is a little messy because I'm on my computer, but this is lowercase p, pan, p. All right. So we're going to leave our dry erase boards and markers out, and we are going to write a few words now. So we're going to tap out our words, and then we're going to write the letter. Okay. We're not going to erase the letter. We're going to leave it on there. So then we can add more letters to build a word. So the first word we're going to have, well, you know what? First, we better do this. We better go over when we use, oh, I'm so sorry. Just moved my computer. We're going to go over when we use the letter K in our words and when we use the letter C. Okay. So to use when we're writing, if it's going to be a letter K at the beginning, it has to be followed. So sorry, Miss Wallace's K is very messy looking. It is kind of hard to use my little tool here to write letters. Okay. Here's my letter K. So if it's a letter K, it's going to be followed by the vowels I or E. Okay. And then let's draw a line here so you guys know. If our word begins with the letter C, it's going to be followed by the vowels either A, O, or U. Okay. So I'll leave that up there for our reference when we're working on writing our words. So my first word is the word cop. Cop. I want to be a cop when I grow up. Cop. So I want you to help me figure out what sounds we need to write for our word. So let's start out with the beginning. K, k, k. Oh, we know it's a k, so it's going to be a K or a C. So we got to go to the middle vowel. K, ah. So let's look up here at our rule. Is it a K? Nope. Ah is O, so now we know it's a C. So we're going to write C and we're going to write O. So we're going to start a plain line for C. And we're going to write C. You're going to go ahead and write a C on your board. And then a O for K, ah. Let's figure out the last sound. K, ah, p, 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 pan, p. So remember, lowercase p goes all the way to worm line. And now let's tap our word. K, op, k, op, cop. Great job. Okay, let's figure out our next word. It's going to be the word cub. Let's tap our word cub. K, b, k, b. cub. Okay, what's the beginning sound we need? K, k, k. Ooh, it's going to be a k. And then it's a So do you think it's going to be a K or a C? Very good. It's a. So it's a U. So C is going to come before the U. So with our writing tool, we're going to write C. And then we're going to write U. All right, let's tap it. K, b, b, b. We need a B. So at the end, we're going to write a B. Now, letter B starts at the skyline, and it goes all the way down to grass line. And then we pull back up to plain line, and we do a small curve around to the grass line. Let's tap our word. K, b, k, b, cub. Great job. All right, the next word we have is the word can. Can. I can ride my bike. Can. Let's tap it. Can. Can. All right, so we know it's a k. So we have to figure out if we need a C or a K. Let's look at the vowel sound. Ah. So which one is it? Good job. The C follows the A. So we're going to have C and A. And then we have to find our ending sound. K, an, and not n. So to make an N, we're going to go to plain line, and we're going to pull down a grass line, and then we travel back up, and we give it a hump. Can. Great job. All right, we have 2 more to get through. The next one is the word Kim. Kim. Kim can be somebody's name. Do you know someone named Kim? Let's tap it. Kim. Kim. Now, because I said it's somebody's name, what kind of letter is it going to automatically have? We talked about this last week. It's a proper noun, so it's going to have an uppercase letter. All right, but it's a K. So we have to figure out, is it a C or is it a K? So let's look at the vowel. K, It's I. So it's going to be the letter K. All right, so we know we have to do an uppercase K because it's someone's name. So to make uppercase K, you start at the sky and you pull down to the grass. And then we pick our pencil up and we go over here to the plain line. And we're going to do a diagonal up to skyline. Then we go back to plain line and we're going to do a diagonal down to the grass line. And then we need so we know that's I, itch, And then we need man, because it's k, So to write the letter M, we start a plain line and we go down a grass line. And then we're going to pull back up to plain line and we give that a hump down to grass line. And then we travel back up. But this time we make another little hill or a hump from the plain line down to the grass line. Let's tap our word. Kim. All right, our last word today. Our last word, we had this word earlier in the week. We tapped it for sure, is the word kid. Kid. Let's tap it. K-id. K-id. All right, time to write it. Ooh, is it going to be a C or is it going to be a K? It's going to be a K. D, dog. Very good. All right, so we're going to start at skyline. We're going to go down to grass line. Okay. And this time, because it's lowercase k, we start right here in between the plane line and the grass line. And we're going to kick up to plane line. And then we're going to start again at that point, and we're going to kick down to the grass line. Okay. And then we need I. So we know that's an I. And then we need our ending sound, k, d. Very good, d, dog, d. So we start a plane line, and we make a small curve. And then we go up to skyline, and then we pull down to grass line. Let's tap it. K, d. K, d. Kid. Great job, boys and girls. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.